Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? I do hope y'all are doing well. We're going to be doing a little bit of space engineers tonight since it's quite late for my regular type of stream. And yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of space engineers. Going to more or less look at a couple of the new ships and stuff that came out in the latest update. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for the stream being so late as well, guys. Excuse me. I ended up getting home, and immediately, as I was walking through my door after work, a cat decided to run into my home, into my apartment. So I ended up cuddling with the cat for a little bit before leaving, or before getting the cat out of my apartment. So. All right, so we're going to run these are all those, so sandboxes. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a star system world. I'll just quickly customize mods. Where is it? Better max speed, and then we're gonna do the where is it? We'll run. Where is what I want? Where is it? Also, is the thing a little loud for you guys? Okay, there's the paint gun. Light compass. Color HUD apex and colorful icons, colorful rendering. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And then creative, perfect. Everything else should be fine. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna. I just realized I should have used one of the other starts because they automatically give you a one of the other locations. So now I'm gonna have to fly around and try to find one of them without a data pad. Whoops. Dang it, I made an error. Oh well. Yeah. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. I definitely really like this, the way that everything runs in this game. I've loved a lot of the new updates. Okay, respawn. Okay. Let me quickly turn down some volume on my end. It's a little loud still. There we go. Now, unfortunately, because I did something stupid, I'm going to have to, I'm gonna have to try to, locate one of the things by just stumbling across it. Unfortunately, because I don't think I don't think I can get any valid data points by doing anything other, so I'm gonna have to fly real quick just around the planet, more or less. We're just gonna fly east until we're pretty much flown around the entire thing. Hopefully, I think we're gonna go. Probably want to go southeast. East, southeast. Yeah, so we'll go east, southeast. Trying to make my way all the way over to hopefully finding one of the things. I forgot to spawn in with one of the vehicles that would give me the freaking locations. But hopefully I'll be able to find one. Factions. Okay, yeah, and there's no GPS, so for now I can't find any of the things, so I'm just gonna have to go continue to fly, try to find one of the areas, and hopefully it'll be fine. Unfortunate. Oh wait, can I think if I cycle objects. Okay, none of them have spawned in yet. You know what? I'm gonna remake the world. And we'll make it properly, starting as a survival, then switching it over to creative. We'll quickly unload or delete the last world just to try to maintain some semblance of lists. Yeah, I think it'll be really fun. Very excited for it. Okay. Delete, yes. Okay. Alright. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna new game, no. Star system, customize, survival, mods, max speed. Where is it? Build info, build vision, HUD, Apex, good. Compass. Good. Okay. Good. Sounds. Undo. Okay. Asteroid. First. Skybox. There we go. And then let's make sure everything's right. We'll do 30 kilometers. Okay. Good weather. No. Radiation, sure. Sun rotation, yeah. Asteroids. Meteor activity, good. Progression, no. Okay. Level buffs, stat on respawn, food consumption rate. No. Hunting. Spiders, no. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Let's see. Spectator camera. There we go. I think that'll be good. In-game scripts and safe orbs. Okay. Perfect. Ah, this is kind of cool to see. Oh, wait a second. Oh, this is kind of funny. The ship in the background of this image, I recently got as a thing. I can actually show that ship because I actually have it in my, as a mod I'm subscribed to. That's kind of funny to see. Yeah, I'm gonna load into this in survival, load back in with creative, and then we'll be able to look around for the new ships and stuff. I think it'll be really cool because I really want to see what the new ships look like. Because I'll be honest, I love the way that a lot of the ships in the game look. And so being able to just fly around with some of the new ships, I think will be amazing. So Earthlike, drop pod, respawn. Good. Perfect. There we go. There we are. Off the landing. Exit menu. Changes yes. Load game. I think it'll be really fun. Yeah. Yeah, I think they ended up adding with this update, I think somewhere around like 20 or so things, like 20 or so more. I think it's actually close to 40 new ships, which I want to look at and create the blueprints for, because I love using in-game ships as tests for as tests for weapons that I make. So believe I did everything right. And then yeah, it'll be really nice to be able to just have everything work really nicely. The other bit is just how these are made. These are brilliantly done. All right. Yeah, that is one thing I do want to try to do at some point, is set up turrets like these, ball turrets, or like the ones that I'm recently made. Like, try to set up a turret on a piston or hinge system that I can kind of allow for auto deployable targeting turrets. So like something that'd be sort of like I think it's the second season of The Mandalorian with General Rand, or Pirate King Shad or whatever his name was, the green mossy dude. Right. And we'll just... Where is my pod? Oh. Yes. Going on. Alright. And then we're gonna go fly all the way to the Newland station. And then we'll hopefully be able to buy new location markers from there, and then we'll be able to visit several of the stations pretty quickly, allowing with the 200 meter a second travel speed, and being able to do things like jump all the way over there in spectator if desired. So it'll be really good. I'm very excited to do this, to check out what a lot of the new ships have to offer and kind of their costs, because I believe some of them are going to be semi-combatant ships to do with some of the new missions available, which I think is cool as well. But yeah, I want to look at these, because then I also want to try to decide how I want to make a new ship that would be able to take advantage of some of the new missions and stuff, and maybe doing a kind of every once in a while keep updating the world kind of sets where I can actually really see how things go. So yeah, I'm very excited to see how everything goes. We're getting pretty close. We're already moved about half of the distance, which is pretty good. Very excited. Very, very excited to see what some of these new ships look like. Because a lot of them will also, I think some of the old ships as well were updated with a lot of the new blocks. So pretty much, I think most, if not all, the ships are going to be new blueprints for me, which I love. I love the system of blueprints and everything. Yeah, I'm very excited for these ships. I think it'll be really fun to be able to muck around with them. I think the other thing I can't wait to do is to redesign the other gun and see what I can possibly do. I do think what I might... Ooh, I just had an idea on the gun that I was building, the turret. A good way to possibly make that work. That's kind of cool, because the idea that I basically had was technically what I might be able to do is I might be able to run a system to look for for a turret that gets turned on and off, or that gets shoot once or whatever, it can be done with like a shoot signal with the actual turret, and see if maybe that might do it. Because if I do one turret or one gun barrel that's not gonna be there, I wonder if I can make it work if it's not on the turret itself, because then what I can do is I can have sort of a gun that can fire that's not actually going to do anything. So the Newland station is a independent station, or independent merchants station. Nice. Yeah, I also love how they've done a lot of these exploration elements, and I think I want to try to work on that as well. Oh, but I really like doing some stuff. I like being able to see what I can do. We're almost to the station now. And what'll be nice is with the other ones, I'll be able to hopefully get better location markers for these. Okay. So it's one of the stations with this design where you kind of have the 2 pads and then this. You have your services terminal, which allows for repairing and salvaging of stuff and to store grids. Nice. That's kind of cool. They have the shelves. That is also an airlock. And look, and you can see some of like AI characters, contracts. There's the store. So what are the? Okay, they have only one of these. Oh no, they do have a cup. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, so here's what I can do. I see. It won't let me. I need to shift F10. Let's see. Does it have credits so I can spawn myself in the money I need to buy the ships or space credit? 999999999. Spawn object. It will not allow me to do this in here. So let's go out here. Then spawn object. Then spawn object. Wrong button. Okay. These are not. Let's see. Oh, I know a good way to do this. Let me quickly do this. G, we're gonna grab a battery and a box. Because then what I can do is spawn into targeted container. And we'll just continue doing this. Okay. There we go. This should hopefully be enough that I can actually buy ships. So let's go in here. I believe under the store tab I can deposit just Okay, so this needs to be 624000. Okay. And then I need 995. There we go. So I now should have plenty to do things like buying the silver collar. There we go. Buy the civic collar. Buy all of those data pads. The bulwarks. The bulwark. The J-frame. Oh, I don't have enough for the J-frame. And we'll take the light supply craft. Lunar Scout. The mini merchant. Good. Okay. So I need to go get myself more credits. That's the ridiculous thing, is I still require more credits even after all those credits that I gave myself. But we have all these ships. So I'm going to, not the bulk containers, but just a large. Okay. This 10. Spawn into targeted container. Just all of it. I'm just gonna continue doing this for a while until I feel like it might be enough. Because I'm gonna need a ton of money. And yeah, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna try to get a good, solid amount of these ships. I'm gonna have to try to remember which ones I've gotten so far, but yeah, I just want to basically do this. Blueprint the items. Luckily, I should be able to easily sort through the older ones. Alright, I think that should be enough. Yeah. This should hopefully be enough. This is going to take a while. Is there not a quick transfer button? Let me quickly mouse. Let's see. Should pay for my access. Grids and objects. Blueprint with locks, copy object. Oh, that's useful. Okay. That's interesting. Let's see. Open warning screen, player screen, blueprint, admin, spawn. Console, view current buffs. Miscellaneous. Oh, export model. That's nice to know. Okay, 2 more pages. Yes. Okay. Okay, I don't know if there is one for what I'm looking for, but as I can't find one, I gotta do this way, which I don't like dealing with because this is going to take a while. These are all max stacks. This is going to take forever. Fuck. I really wish I knew if there was a good way to do this. A little faster than this, because right now I've got to double click on each of these to transfer. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's a good way to quickly do this. Dang it. But I do need the money, so I guess I'll just continue doing this, because each of these are 1 million each set, and some of these are like 40 million. So not exactly great. Okay. Oh, wait a second. I just realized. This would probably be easier if I destroyed it, because then I think it forces it into a larger than regular stack. So I really should have done that. Oh well. Alright, let's go get the last ship on the list. Alright, let's store. Oh, that's nice. Alright, we're just gonna do 1. As I really... Alright, what happens if I just do this? 9999. Oh, could you not do that, guy? Let's quickly get the hull frame J. Perfect. Good. Now we'll just continue the deposit. Unfortunately, I can't add more, so I just gotta do this at these levels. Whoa, forever. I really don't know how the space are gonna be as well, because I think there are different ones of these. Oh, next restocks in about 3 minutes. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Uh, 999 1 2 3. $690. Deposit. There we go. Okay. Alright. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go look at the different ships. I'm just gonna do that as much as I can. Here's the Light Scout, which is really nice, actually. I really like this Light Scout. You get some really light I really like this Light Scout. You get your kind of let's see, what all of this cargo? They've got the parachute canvas in there, some small reactors, 2 medium cargos. It's a pretty decent light little scout. I like it. I'm gonna position it. Turn these signals off, and then we're just gonna control B. There we go. And then, of course, now that I've got it blueprinted, I can delete it. And that's more or less what I'm going to do for all of these. Oh, wait, I can actually store these. Oh, well. Oh, it's this. It's the little buggy one. Where you've got this. I forgot. I didn't realize that this one would be one of these. We got 1 medium cargo, a connector, a parachute hatch. Wow. This thing is really fast. It has got a lot of speed, a lot of maneuverability, and an okay transit capability. I like it. I'm gonna go fly it within the circle. I'm gonna go land it on a pad just over here. There we are. Then we got this one, which is another little hauler. What do we got? We got how many? We got medium containers A and B. So it's it is a hydrogen-based container ship. A little 2-seater. Pretty basic little hauler. Yeah, I really like these. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go land both of these. I'm gonna control B. B. Oh, I don't get the ability to blueprint while it's inside. So we're just gonna fly it backward. And we're gonna go control B. Mini merchantman. Or mini merchant. Honestly, I love a lot of these. They're gonna be really fun to mess around with later. I'm gonna go do a very similar thing here where we're just gonna land the mini merchant. Now I want this one well copied. Nice bit is that with each of these, I'll be able to, yeah, we'll just make sure that I do that this time. Control B. Good. A Civic hauler. Some of these I might already have, which is why they might be getting the 01 or the 1 prefix added, which honestly I don't mind. Alright, let's reduce back a little. Good. So we got these two. Then we have the rover, which I'm almost certain that I have blueprinted already, but we're just gonna... just reverse, blueprint this one. And B, blueprint. Good. Mark 2, 1. Alright, I need to remember to bring these all back in so I can store all of them. Because that's going to be the other thing that I'm going to be doing with a lot of these, is I'm going to blueprint them, then I'm going to store them. Okay, I think we got one more small little hauler. This one is honestly a pretty sizable little hauler vessel, I'll be honest. This one's got some weight to it now, if I say so myself. Like, yeah, this is quite the hauler, because it's got two of these large containers, a hydrogen tank, which, ooh, that is really nice, that angling. Okay. Those are some angles which I didn't really think about for how things connect. That is beautiful. All right, the bulwark hauler is a really good basic light hauler in the game. Stop. Okay. Land this thing. And then we get to this thing. The J-type hauler, or J-frame hauler. Excuse me. Now I want to get some... Oh, that's brilliant use of that frame. Oh, that is also really interesting design, using these as kind of exterior bits. Air vent pressurization. That's a broadcast controller. That's a hydrogen engine. That is a really good design for this. Yeah, this is really nice. You get your kind of facilities, locker. This is really nice. This is really nice. What is its cargo like? Got a small cargo. We got 3 small cargos. 3 small cargos. So it's not amazing for cargo capacity, but in terms of a basic ship design, this is brilliant. And I do kind of wish that the color scheme was the correct color scheme, but it's not bad. It looks really good. The hull frame J. And then we'll just back it into the area, and I like these. These are really good. Okay. So now we're just gonna back it up. Are those... Okay, I need to look at those engines again. What is being used here? Is this a tank? These are the Lab O2s. That is really good use of Lab O2s for that. Okay, that is brilliant. Okay, and then I'm going to I can do store active, and then I can send to storage. Okay, send to storage, yes. The J frame, send to storage. Send to storage, yes. Perfect. And I can I should be able to check on what remains of the, like, what new I might be able to get. Let's see. Civic Hauler. I don't think that the Shrike. I don't think I ever got the Shrike. I believe that I had. Yeah, the Civic Hauler was one of the ones that I did end up with. I'll buy all those data pads. That's another Bulwark, J-frame, Light, and the Scout, and the Mini Merchant, which I also have had. Okay, so I think that's that for this location. I'm gonna go move on to another one. I do wish that they had a I wish that they had like an emote bar, like you could just do like E, press a button for some of these, but where is the, there it is. So this is the Strike. Ooh, you look really nice. It does not possess any weapon, which I would have expected it would have, but I do like its design. We're just gonna do this. Good. The CR2, then we're going, we'll just delete that one. Yes, delete, good. Okay, GPS, 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 and we'll just create GPS markers for everything. Okay. Good. And then I will be able to highlight these, make them different colors. It's gonna be quite the fun mess to figure this out, but I definitely like the new GPS kind of highlights for these specifically. GPS marker, GPS marker. Okay, we'll be able to go to the next area. Yeah, these are gonna be fun. I don't think this second line's been done, so I'm gonna do this bottom line as well again, just to be safe. Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go GPS, and we're going to look at all of the IDMCs. Oh, these are also the IDRC. And I'll just make sure that the RC is changed to like this color, I guess, for all of the IDRC. Good. Now, where are these located? They are all pretty far away, so looks like what I'm gonna do is my fate. I think we're gonna go for Swanson Plaza. And yeah, we're gonna go to IDMC Swanson Plaza to go pick up some more ships. Forget which one I am at, so we'll make sure that I mark the one that I'm in. Let's speed up my fast travel method. Okay. Do 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 do. We are still several hundred kilometers out. Good. We'll slowly speed up. We'll get over there. All the way over to Swanson Plaza. Wait, where is it? Where is Swanson Plaza again? Okay. Then I want to do, I think it's Alt F10. Uh-oh. Newland. Uh, um, shoot. I think I want to go. No, I want one thing that doesn't actually have anything. Good. Oh, I can just enter a balance. Okay, that's nice. Okay, shit. How do I... Nope. Was... 8... Shit. Where is what I'm looking for? Oh, there's Swanson Plaza. Okay. Now I'm going to hope that I will be able to keep my thing. I want to go. Need to teleport. which is always fun to deal with this teleport. Good. Let's get over there really fucking fast. Good. All right, we're getting close. Then I want to go quickly options, keyboard, mouse. Right, those are those. View, player control. Okay. So it does not have a free spectator is F8. Screens miscellaneous. I guess. Toolbar. Miscellaneous. Yeah. All right. So if I do final objects, teleport here. Okay. That's 6. Now I am in space. Apparently it still has me as hungry, despite the fact that I don't actually possess. Like, I'm in creative mode, so that's an oddity. But, alright. I have found IDMC, which is the next station I want to check out is Swanson Plaza. Which honestly, this is a pretty decent, got a pretty decent sized landing pad. Gonna come in here. Airlock. Okay. Now where is the store? Perfect. The Ambassador Explorer. Lunar Arc. Ooh, are those the... Nope. Then there's the R3 Start Skiff. The Wayland Sutter. I need to spawn in even more cash. Because the Ambassador Explorer is that fucking expensive. Like, that is ridiculous. Lunar Arc. Dang it. Hey, there's the Lunar Arc. Ooh, that is expensive. Let's see. What other ones do I get right now? It restocks in 10. The TI on Fade, which I believe I already have, but I will still buy. Okay, so yeah. That's gonna be quite the process to spawn in even more money. Which is ridiculous that I need to even do that. But I can now show off the new ship. which is my goal. That is the SPYA, like, spat beacon. Where is the ship? Ah, here is the Ambassador Explorer right over here. Oh, wow, this is... Oh, that is a Gatling turret? Alright, then. You kind of... Okay, that's the inset connector. Nice. You kind of come up here. Toggle the airlock. Closing down the front latch. Okay. This is pretty darn cool, I'll be honest. I love a lot of these ships. You get your kind of console for launching stuff. Food processing. Alright, this is the jump drive type 2. This looks to be, what are these, window pieces? Yeah, window pieces. Yeah, I think these are the bridge windows upside down. That is a really cool way of doing that. And then cargo terminal, the other side. Really, really good looking engine room. And then you can kind of come upstairs. You get your kind of main nook, med station, your main... Oh, that is also really cool. Your main bunks. Main bunks also lead directly to the main cab. Makes sense. This is well designed. And yeah, it makes sense for these to lead to the main bunks. You got your bathroom, your bathroom sort of area, and then yeah, leads directly to there. All right. I'm going to pull this out of this. And then we're going to, unfortunately, have to take the... Yeah. Okay. I'm going to actually exit the ship. Or at least... Alright. I'm gonna make sure that I'm filling it with the right thing. Where the frick? Space credit. Yep. Spawn into target container. Okay. Yeah, this fills up. I need way more than a small container's worth, so I'm just going to have a large grid as long as I can find a good place to put the large grid. Cargo container. Oh, come on. Please tell me that there's at least some place I can throw these. There we go. Perfect. And we're just going to spawn into targeted container. Oh, wait. Why am I doing this? I can just do this. Alt F10. Not admin. Economy. U. Amount. Just. Where's the extent that it actually showed up? $1 trillion change. Final balance. There we go. Perfect. Oh. Oh, F6, good. We're gonna 0. Honestly, I absolutely love this. It very much fits in line with other stuff. Alt F10, we're going to admin, change time of day to get a nice. There we go. And H. Control B. There we go. Blueprint. The Ambassador Explorer. And then I can just Control Delete. I don't need to maintain every ship. I just need enough. Okay, before we get to the red, we're gonna go the TI on fade, which I'm almost certain that I already have blueprinted. So I'm just gonna roll B. TI on fade 1. Yep, I already had a TI on fade. These things are pretty cool looking, but we're gonna go delete it now. Yes. Next. Well, this is an interesting design. I would not have expected this. We kind of have a very low to the ground 3 landing. These connectors look pretty good. We get our kind of very small hangar entrance style. All right. I assume, is there a button that I'm missing somewhere? Here it is. Airlocks. Perfect. Perfect. So you can go to the front. You get this kind of really built up cockpit. Yeah, you get this very well built out cockpit with, I assume these are bridge window pieces, which is what's giving the larger chunks. I assume that's airlock, so you more or less lock yourself into the ship. All right, then you got your bathroom, bed, desk. You get your medical, and is this a lab vat, which I assume is like a cryo, which is cool. Another bit of stuff to lab. Equipment, I like it. And then your engineering, which has your jump drive in it. Nice. I really like these designs. I think these are some really good designs. We're gonna go the very much really solid designs. These are really solid designs. And B. Good. The lunar arc. These are really good ships. Yes. Okay. What else do we have in this location? Services. Oh, wow. Okay, I can actually take. Okay, that is good to know. Let's see. Bulwark, Lunar Arc, Bulwark, Mini Merchant. Okay. The Whaling. Sutter. This is the last one available at this place, so we'll go to the next. I also need to go try to visit some of the other ones. This is cool. I like being able to see what else, like, what ships got all added to the game as base ships, because this one is rather beefy in terms of its armament compared to most. It looks like it's a mostly ion ship. It's 2 large cargo containers, so this one's gonna be quite the beefy one. Airlock. Good. You get your back access. These are large cargo containers. All right, your reactors. Then you have I believe that's the jump drive Mark IIs. Look really good. And then towards the front of the ship, you get a bedding area. This side, you get sort of a storage locker and a kitchen. All right. And then you get 2 of these chairs. They really love these chairs. All right. Yeah, these are really beautiful ships. Fortunately, I have to respawn in everything, but there's one thing I wish is that, like, you could take those and then do like a circular hallway with a direct connection. And so it's just one tube instead of the multiples, but meh. B, the Ambassador, or the Whalen, Sutler. Now we do this. Full delete. Good. All right, so next one, IDMC for Wind Promenade. If I just do the Alt F10, good, that's on admin. Cycle objects. Perfect. We want to do F10, not F10, F8. Need to go find, you know what? Brewer Station. We'll go there. Oh, armed mining tender. Cool. The very basic thing. All right, we're gonna go to the brewer station. So we'll go make my way to brewer station. So I need to remove Newland and Swanson Plaza. So Newland and Swanson Plaza, I need to remove off my list. Which will be good. And yeah, we're just gonna go do this multiple times. So we're almost to the brewer station. Good. Then Alt F10. Teleport here. Then I want to do GPS, Brewer Station is the one I'm at, so we'll remove that from that. Same with the Newland and the Swanson. Okay. F6. So there's Brewer. We'll go visit the Brewer Station, go get myself some new ships, and just continue to do this process. I think it'll be really nice. Really excited to see what can happen here. I think the Brewers, the IDMC is kind of a multi-org, so I did just think I'm gonna want to look something up real quick. So I'm gonna land and then I'm gonna look up whether or not this place has different things on the sell. What do they sell different things based on your reputation with them? Because if so, I might need to up my reputation with this group. Heavy module freighter, nice. Any others? Nope, just the one. Bye. Alright. And then, yeah, I will quickly... do the... yeah, do the economy station. Different ships. Trying to figure out a good way to word this. Do the economy stations of different ships depending on I am getting the name of it. What's it called again? Economy. Reputation. Alright. 6. There we go. Okay, so these are just the ships for this specific specialization, so I think I should probably start flying to the different stations at this point to get different ships. Okay. And this is the... I see. So basically you just... This would be able to transport larger cargo... Probably fairly slowly, honestly. Okay. Oh. There we go. Airlock, good. So you kind of get your main driver's seat. And then you end up with, okay, so you get cryo, that, main driver's seat. Okay. So wait, what's about the very end of the ship? Like, you can walk down this very long, tube. What is at the very end of the long tube? Okay, it's just your pretty bulk standard stuff. Okay. Well, let me fly the ship forward, exit out of it, show off, and collect the blueprint, and then we'll go to the next station group. Wow, this thing has got some speed on it. Exit. Alright, so we're just gonna go do this and Control B. Perfect. Heavy modular freighter. And now I can delete that grid. Go back over to the old one. Fate. And so which station? We'll go to the Remington Citadel for the IDRC. I don't know what the IDRC will have, but we'll go here. We'll see what kind of ships they possess. I will need to then look up the other stuff, which a bit annoying, but it'll be fine. Let's get all the way over to the IDRC, Remington Citadel. And there's the Stafford munitions. So I assume that these might have combat specialization. That's 6. The independent. What? Where is it again? It was really close to me. It'll show as white. No, where? There it is. So which? Let's see here. What is available at this place? The Remington Citadel. All right, it's another of these type of bases, but what do they sell? This looks rather militant, so I assume this will sell like fighters or something like that. What do we got? You can buy missiles. And there's the Rook gunship, snub ship, twin rail drone. Okay. Wow. Cool. I am buying all of these. Snub ship and the twin rail drone. Alright. Also buy meal pack ramens just because for some reason it appears like I still need to consume food stuffs. Alright. So we're gonna go exit the ship. I will go see what I can do with each of these. This is the snub. I'd say it's a rather snubby ship. So we'll just Control B, take the snub ship. Good. Yes. I should have looked at it more. That's my own area. Okay, this drone, I believe it's not Z. I do remote access. I can do 2, and then I can fly it outside of the area. Nice. Alright. So the twin rail drone. Really nice. I love being able to do that. So we're gonna control B. The nice twin rail drone. Good. I love this thing. It looks really cool. We're going to delete it. Yes. Okay. Then there's this missile, which... like... I don't know what kind of, thing. Can I remote control it? Can I remote control the missile? No, I cannot. Means that I'm gonna have to... the Rook gunship's a little large for this task. Oh, the Rook gunship is pretty cool. We got... I think this is a really cool design for a ship. I need to... Where is it? It has no landing gear or mag plates, so I can't do anything because I don't believe I can take blueprints of stuff from inside the thing, right? Nope. So all I could do is try to add a remote control. Yeah, so let's try to push you. Come on. Oh wait, I can do this, thrust forward, thrust override. Do this. And then I can control B. Perfect. And then I can delete. Oh wait, what's its payload? It has one warhead, which I will... That is a 5-minute timer. We're gonna significantly do that. Start the countdown. And boom. There we are. And then I just need to go fly my Rook gunship out of the area, which can only be accessed through seemingly these ports right here. Which this is a really nice use of these doors. Looks like you get your kind of standard, pretty basic amenities. These things aren't going to have the most combat power, but I mean, it is still impressive combat power to be deployed. Especially if you've got like 5 of these Rook gunships. Alrighty. Copy the Rook. Alright. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna go back inside the station real quick. We'll see what we get. and then we'll go and operate to the next ship as we slowly build out my fleet of available ships. Okay, so it did restock. We got the missile, rook, snub, twin. Okay. All right. I think that's all for this one. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I will go do a 10, an 8. We're gonna go to one of these. That's the Stanford munitions. And I am at which one? Remington Citadel. So I can remove that one for the Stanford munitions. So we'll go do the Stanford munitions. And yeah, and then I'll remove Remington Citadel. After I check this one, then what I'll do is I'll probably go check the next one just to be safe. Then teleport at 6. Oh. Wait, what? I was wanting to teleport not to that, to the Stanford munitions. Why did this F8? Oh, because of what I was doing. Okay. Oh, control space teleports the character here. Okay, that's good to know. I finally figured that out, so I can now... Oh, this is Stanford munition. Oh, no, yeah, this is the one I wanted to go to. I'm gonna go GPS. We're gonna go find the Citadel, remove it. Stanford munitions, remove it. So these are IDRC, which... What is IDRC? Independent Recon. So there's the merchants and then there's the recon. I don't know what other groups there will be. I need to go deal with them in a minute. Please do not lag me out. I would like to go to the Stanford munitions on the planet. I think I've gotten a good chunk of ships. Would really like if it would stop lagging, please. After this, I think I'm gonna open up my thing, go find the other ships and stuff. This one's definitely a pretty cool thing. I think that diagonal base is really cool. Trigger the airlock as is required. That's the ATM. I think the store is probably more vertical. Yes, store. What do we get? We got Lunar Scout Mark 6. That's pretty ridiculous. So the Mark 6 Lunar Scout seems to be the only one that I actually need here. But it does give other potentials, which is ridiculous. Good. Where the frick is this Lunar Scout? Mark 6. I had the Lunar Scout Mark II, and now we've got the Lunar Scout Mark VI. So we're just gonna reverse, get out of the bubble, park. Do this. Blueprint, good. With a nice Lunar Scout Mark VI. So far we have the Mark II, the Mark IV, and the Mark VI. Control delete. There we go. They look really cool. These ones have big turrets on them. I think I'm now going to go the Adler Station. We're gonna create the GPS marker. This should be a entirely the SAMA, and we're gonna make it green just so I can tell it apart from the others. So we're going to go back over to F8. The Sama Adler Station. I don't know what this company does, or which what the faction does, but reduce the speed. Good. You discovered sacred manufacturers. Oh, you seem reasonable. That seems like a reasonable faction. I'll probably end up also off camera gathering some of these, but I want to try to get as many as I can before requiring it. Airlock. Good. Okay, store. What is the sacred manufacturers? Okay. So I have the B980, which apparently is a smaller bulk. They have the hull breaker, the J-class courier. I don't know if I have the kite miner. I know I have that merchant. I don't think I have the rhino miner or the RST Salvador or the turtle miner. I do have the Warlin and the Wayland, so I have those ones. But and I have the B60 obviously, though I will spawn you in and buy you just to be safe. Okay. Off camera, current amount. $110 minutes. Wait, what? Yeah, I might do more buying of these ships and trying to get their blueprint, because right now, that's all I am doing is trying to farm the blueprints to all of these. We're gonna pull this out of here. This is the kite miner. I don't believe that I've gotten the kite miner before. The symbol is used by the power of most science. Current amount by the power of. Okay. Good. I already had the kite miner apparently, but I'm glad I got it again. Lead it. Yes. Go find the next ship. I think we'll take this little thing. This is the hull breaker. This thing is beefy. I believe this is a large grid with drill type 2s. Very beefy ship. Blueprint it, because I like having the blueprints for every single one of these. I also love the use of the this specific hydrogen tank as the end of thrusters for some of these. I think it looks really cool. But delete this now. Next one, hull breaker. We got this. Okay, this is a small grid salvage and repair ship. Looks pretty cool. All right. How you doing, Naresh, by the way? I was gonna do more Subnautica today, but ended up getting a little caught off guard. I don't know if you saw the notice for being late to stream for today. In my, if you did see it, you'd have a good idea of what happened, more or less. There's been this cat that basically decided to go up on my deck at one point, and then the next time that I saw the cat, he decided to run inside my apartment, and then this is the third time that the cat's decided to run into my apartment. It's not my cat, but I'm definitely not gonna be annoyed for a random cat to end up in my apartment for a little bit. Ended up putting him back outside, but basically ended up hanging out with that little cat for a little bit because I started the cat, after exploring my apartment, the cat bowing down in shame for the dinner that have millions of rats for, to find in your kitchen, cooking gasoline for trials. That the cat kind of decided that it wanted to hang out, so I ended up just letting it sit in my let it sit in my apartment for a little bit. It was kind of fun because basically I ended up essentially sleeping and taking a small nap. I ended up falling asleep while petting the cat, which also induced part of that delay. I think I got home at, it was 7 or so. Yeah, I think I got home about 6:30-ish, and I think I didn't end up getting the cat out of my apartment until about 8. So for about, I think I ended up essentially napping for about an hour. Should have done a Lego stream with the cat on the table, which you then tasted in Lego, so you can ask the cat inside of the life. Oh yes, Schrodinger's cat. Schrodinger's cat in the Lego box. Alright then. But yeah, this looks like an older, this is the B980. I don't know if I've used the B980 before. Really? Okay. Yeah. I mean, if I had enough, like, if I had a Lego set, I think the only Lego set that I have to build would have been a lot larger of a set to try to build. Otherwise, I might have done Lego, but for now, Control B, get the hauler. Good. Delete it. Okay, so this is the B60 bulk. Any changes in its design that I can tell? Not really. The B60 looks to be about the same. I think it's got a couple of more small guns, and I think they changed a lot on the interior side of it, which is pretty cool. They changed a lot of the interior. If I close these doors, will it then allow me to... Yes, I can now go to the back area, which they've done quite a lot with, actually. They've got beds, this, a desk, some more planters, kitchen. This is quite a significant change to the back end of this ship compared to the regular B60, which is good. This then allows for the access to the back of the ship. Airlock, good, down, perfect. Oh wow, there's even a shower and a bathroom over here. They really do get a lot better with the interior design of their ships. They're also using the underhanging. So this is a B90 like or the B60 like the other ship, but it's a much beefier B60. I absolutely love these designs. Right. Let me close the doors. There we go. And now I can get outside. Also, Naresh, do you have anything for me to react to? Alright. As I make all of these new bulk and stuff. Oh, switch turbo add, of course. Wrong button, delete 2. Alright, as I had said, do you have anything that you want me to react to today? Can't remember. Oh wait, I think there's still that one thing that we still hadn't gotten to because of how long.
Storm inbound.
Oh, goody. We have a backlog and we have some stuff. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, this is a big one. I don't want to leave this like this. I kind of want to see if I can't spot the meteor storm. Oh, come on. Am I going to be able to see it? I didn't see anything. Oh well. I don't believe it. Didn't sound like it impacted the ship, so this is quite the large ship. Yeah, I think I'll probably go through, maybe grab a couple more ships, and then we'll wait to the reactions. So we got this. Get up top. Get this out of the area. We'll do that. Good. The upper layer. Catwalks to the sides. Nice. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, this has buttons. Airlock. Just nice. Yes. Alright. Please let me out. Let me through the door, please. No, why did you do this? Close it. Yeah, I remembered about the backlog, so we'll check that out in a minute. think I want to check out just a little bit more of these ships for tonight. All right, this is the engineering room. We then have production. Good. We have the production area, so... Oh, this just has more airlock access, I guess. All right. If we go back up, we have the main hall. So we got the dining, the toiletries. Back this way, we get the beds. Nice. Another bed. Yep, another bed. All right. And then we got our area. Come on, let me out. I want to try to face the sun a bit. These things are massive ships, which I really do enjoy because you can only imagine how impressive it is when you get these ships normally. Come on, let me out. These massive hangars. I pressed the button. Please let me out. Thank you. Bam. Bam. All right. Look at this massive behemoth of a ship. Well, it's a behemoth in comparison to a lot of other ships in the game. Not so much a behemoth to a lot of what I have made in the game, though. These are all pretty much the smallest of what I would make in-game, so... I'm gonna go... check back, see what other ships are available at this station. Once I finish that, I think I might visit one other station, and then I think I'll try to get to reactions. Or, let's see. Ambassador, those. I don't think we've gotten the Sapper before. The J class, yes. The Rhino Miner, yeah. Rook, yes. Turtle. Okay. I think that's the last one I need. So I'll go to, I think, one other faction. We'll go visit theirs. And there's probably a couple of grounds that I still haven't gotten, but... Again, I think they got 40-something more ships in the update. Like, new and updated. So... I have no doubt that I'm not going to have everything. Good. Control B. The Sapper, yes. Alright. Last thing, we're going to go... It's not... Say, Caspian Shadow. Sure. GPS to the Caspian Shadow. Make it red. Perfect. They are quite a bit ways away. F8. Let's go find out where that is. The Caspian Shadow. Travel really, really fast. And then, yeah, we can start the reactions. Right, because there was that... What was either Azerland? I think there was that, like, animated thing that I think was on the list to watch since like 2 weeks ago that I think we've not been able to get to, or I've not been able to get to because of how late the freaking big stream went. like how long that took. And then go with X. Good. Alright. I think this should be the last one for these ships. Ooh, this is a really cool version of the station. I like this one. Ah, the SPAT is a pirate station. Right. Good. I assume that they have their own store blocks, though, so... Hull class, J class courier, hull breaker, the J class courier, mini merchant, rook. I think these are very specific to the pirate group, so I will buy these. Forgetting that the SPAT is Space Pirates. But we'll see. Blueprint them, hopefully. Let's see. What kind of difference does the pirate miner get me? It gets me some armor on some of these. That's not usually there. Alright. And battle damage. So I will definitely cause these blueprints, and I'll probably rename the blueprint to like just add a P suffix to it for pirate. For the blueprints of all of these. Okay, so will be rename instead of the -2, we'll do the -P. Oh, where did it go? I am operating on the, where is it? Not the hauler. Where are you? This one was the... Oh, come on, where are you? Come on, where'd you go? Not the hull breaker. This one. Rename. J-class courier P. Good. Delete. Good. Let's do this right. Delete the ship now. And we'll do this with all of the rest of these. Just rename, add the P. So for the Rook gunship, does it just have a... Okay. They have a rocket instead of an artillery gun. And it's got a lot of kind of salvaged down stuff. Through the opening Rook gunship. Good. Control B. Rename. the Rook gunship key. Good. And oh, hey. How would it be said? Colas? Is that how that's supposed to be said? Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining my stream. I am currently trying to more or less go around and retrieve whatever I can for the versions of the ships. So these have the shipbreaker version has more stuff. Good. Yeah, I'm just trying to get all the different blueprints that I can from these stations. It's been decent. I think I've gotten most of them. At the very least, I've gotten an extra probably 20 new designs in my blueprint catalog now. Let's see, the mini merchant, which has a not quite made rocket, and good. Some fairly basic designs, but mini merchant, rename to the mini merchant. Key, perfect. All right, good. I believe that's all of the merchant, all of the ones that I bought of that group. So I'm gonna go double check this next one, but yeah, I've been trying to do that while I more or less try to decide how I want to build some ships of my own, which I might show off because I like some of my ships. Where is the store? Is over here. Anything that I haven't already gotten? Nope, we have the courier, we have the hull breaker, merchantman, and the rook, so nothing new there. Okay. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I think I'll go show off some of the ships that I've previously built. Just because I like showing off the ships that I have built to new people who join my streams. So we'll just try to get very far away for a period of time. Just away from that, I want to get to at least 10 to 15 kilometers away from the base, because that can be problematic. What is this? Oh, that is a SPAT vulture. I definitely want to stay away from that. Eat some food. Good. Now at 8K. Good. Oh, I think they left. Okay, then. I guess not then. So what I'm gonna do instead then is that was the SP. So we'll go to this last station then. The DV, no, delete that. U, we're gonna make U like yellow. Very bright yellow. Good. F8. We're gonna go all the way over there. So we'll go visit this last station, then we'll exit. We'll do reactions, because I don't know how many reactions you got for me, Naresh. I know there was a couple in the reaction suggestion box. So didn't actually look at those too thoroughly, though. So get close. The DVCO or Divco. Okay, moving at. Good. You discovered divine commerce. All right, then. I guess that makes sense. That makes sense for a name, I suppose. We'll go see what ships these guys have. Where is your... Here it is. One of these basic openings. We'll see what ships they've got. If there's anything new, we'll take it. If not, move on. Store. The Ambassador Explorer. The Bulwark, the Heavy Modular, Mini Merchantman. I don't know if I've gotten the R3 Start Skiff yet, but that might be the only one I haven't gotten, so we'll go get the Start Skiff, then we'll call it a day, because I don't know where I'm going to find all the ships. Some of them will have been made into other stuff before I get to them, so I'll be honest, this is a pretty decent little ship for, I believe, what you start off with. Get your storage, your, what is that, survival kit type 2. Nice. Like the survival kit type 2. You get your kind of bedding, everything else looks pretty good. And then your cockpit. Nice. These are fairly basic, but fairly basic works, so alright. And I'm gonna call that here for searching for ships. So we'll just exit the main menu. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I do think it was, yeah, I think 47 or something new ships and stations or something like that. And so trying to find all of them when each base only has like 5 ships is a bit difficult, but we'll make it work. It's goody goody. Now we're just going to on. Oh. Here it is. All right. So I think the other reactions you can start. Yeah, it was that the Azur Lane mermaid thing that we just hadn't gotten to before. So all right. And we switch over to reactions. Amaji, the mermaid of the Emerald Sea, quotes, and L2D. Live 2D.
この悠々とした水の世界は、天城が用意した他では見ることのできない舞台です。指揮官様、どうか地上での悩みをしばし忘れて、心ゆくまで楽しんでいってくださいませ。
I will, however, speed this up slightly because, well.
指揮官様、その目でもっと天城を見つめて、その手でもっと天城を感じてください。天城も同じように答えさせていただきます。指揮官様、引き続き天城の舞をご覧になりますか？それともこちらにいらして 天城の鼓動に直接触れてみますか？
How many of these are there going to be?
指先が描く霊意の一つ一つ
Oh
が、
boy.
指揮官様に届けたい思いの形そのものです。水中に輝く姿も美しいでしょ？
Okay, the quotes part of this is going to be quite a while, isn't it?
水の中はとても静かですね。指揮官様の存在を感じて、天城の鼓動が早鐘のように聞こえます。
Oh, yeah.
指揮官様も感じていますか？
Yeah.
人魚がどう尾を振るか気になりますか？
Oh, we got the
では、
list
天城が見
starting.
本をお見せし
Alright.
ますので、指揮官様、もう少しこちらへ。これでようやく
Main screen
水中の風景を
4.
ゆるりと楽しめますね。指揮官様、あたりを一緒に見学しませんか？
Isn't Azrael
指揮
like
官様、 お
like
疲れでしたら、
ships being
天城
made
の尻尾
into?
を枕に、しばし休まれてはいかがでしょう。
Is that not what Azrael is? Is like
指揮官
gold
様、
or something?
もしや天城と酸素の共
Don't
有
really
をご希
understand
望で。
the mermaid, but okay.
はあ、水の
Yeah.
中にいようと、指揮官様の手のひらのぬくもりは
Jeez.
しっかり天城に伝わっていますよ。
Alright then.
次の任務についてはすでに対策を用意してあります。指揮官様、ご確認を。この報酬はすべて指揮
Okay.
官様の大量の礎となります。
Yeah,
もっと頂戴で
anthropomorphic
きるよう
ships
策を
into
練らないと
ships.
なりませんわね。
Yeah. So a mermaid doesn't seem
指
to
揮官
make too
様、
much sense
お
for
手
that,
紙が
but
届いております。
alright then.
関西機で机の上までお届けしましたので、ご確認を。ご覧になりましたか？指揮官様のご帰還を祝おうと、水面が優しく
Get
輝い
the
ていました。
skin. Okay.
待ち遠しかった時間も甘い悩みに過ぎませんでしたね。時は移ろい、人も変わっていきますも
Still
の。
odd, but alright then, I guess.
指揮官様、私は仲間とどう向き合い、今の環境にいかに身を置くか、一度迷ったことがあります。ですが、指揮官様に会った途端に気づきました。天城が迷い、心配していたことは、ただの杞憂に過ぎないと。指揮官様、次に出陣するときは、どうか天城も同行させてくださいませ。15で指揮官様の帰還を待つのではなく、他の子と同じように、
Alright then.
戦場でも指揮官様のそばに立たせていただきたいものです。
Alright.
天城にとっての指揮官様は、万病に効く霊薬でありながら、時に身を破滅せしめる劇薬にもなり
Yeah,
ます。
some of these are rather
たとえ
ridiculous
毒であろう
for
と、天城は喜んで飲み干させていただきます。周囲に消えるはずの歌方が、今も指揮官様と天城を包み込んで、伸び広がりこそすれど、離れることはなく。へえ、まるで指揮官様との
some of
絆
these are
みたい
very
ですね。
odd, but okay. Let's see the images. Get. Let's see. What did you send for an image? I assume this is the regular characters look, which yeah, that's more what I remember for that game. So I don't know much
天
about the
城はも
game.
う
Oh wait.
昔のよう
Alright.
にか弱い天城
This.
にあらず、
Here we go. Alright.
指揮官様もかつてのうぶな指揮官様ではありませんね。天城は二度
Alright.
と指揮官様
Oh. Okay. Uh, this is yet another skin. Yeah. So some of the skins are really just why. Red. Right then. Yeah. So some of these skins are just like a why.
様のそばを離れないことを誓います。世の乱れはまだ続いています。
Yeah.
指揮官様、
Some
こ
of
れ
these
から
are
も
just
共に
ridiculous.
励んでまいりましょう。
Why?
指揮官様、 委託が完了しました。仲間たちがいる倉庫に一緒に参りましょうか。この力、前処させていただきます。おのおの計画通りに戦い、指揮官様に勝利を。この勝利は次の勝利の始まりへとつながりましょう。見事な采配でした、指揮官様。形勢が不利です。指揮官様、一度攻めの手を緩め、体勢を立て直してから再戦を。では、かけるとしましょう。もっと効果的な策に切り替えるべきですね。指揮官様、その目でもっと天城を見つめて、その手でもっと天城を感じてください。天城も同じように答えさせていただきます。指先が描く霊意の一つ一つが指揮官様に届けたい思いの形そのものです。水中に輝く姿も美しいでしょう。水の中はとても静かですね。指揮官様の存在を感じて天城の鼓動が早鐘のように聞こえます。指揮官様も感じていますか？人魚がどう尾を振るか気になりますか？では、天城が見本をお見せしますので、指揮官様、もう少しこちらへ。これでようやく水中の風景をゆるりと楽しめますね。指揮官様、あたりを一緒に見学しませんか？指揮官様、お疲れでしたら、天城の尻尾を枕に、しばし休まれてはいかがでしょう。指揮官様、もしや天城と酸素の共有をご希望で。水の中にいようと、指揮官様の手のひらのぬくもりはしっかり天城に伝わっていますよ。次の任務についてはすでに対策を用意してあります。指揮官様、ご確認を。この報酬はすべて指揮官様の大業の礎となります。もっと頂戴できるよう策を練らないとなりませんわね。指揮官様、お手紙が届いております。関西機で机の上までお届けしましたのでご確認を。ご覧になりましたか？指揮官様のご帰還を祝おうと水面が優しく輝いていました。待ち遠しかった時間も甘い悩みに過ぎませんでしたね。天城はもう昔のようにか弱い天城にあらず、指揮官様もかつてのうぶな指揮官様ではありませんね。天城は二度と指揮官様のそばを離れないことを誓います。世の乱れはまだ続いています。指揮官様、これからも共に励んでまいりましょう。指揮官様、委託が完了しました。仲間たちがいる倉庫に一緒に参りましょうか。I can see how some of this gets to it, but some of it I just cannot figure out why. Technological beings, females, and mass was created by before any. I'm not saying it's a specific thing to gotcha game. I'm just the degree to which you end up with here's a ship girl to here's a ship girl in a mermaid costume. Then came Fate, which did much the same with more historical Western figures and other mainstream historical.
mean, I to some degree understand it. It's just... That's just the... How do we manage to get to the... the significant extent of this care, like, this is a ship that they made. Then the early mecha girls, including ship girl concept that they collection later as well. Yeah. And I can kind of understand how they got here, but at the same time, also can kind of not understand how they got here. Does that make sense? Like, I both do and do not understand how it ended up here. As a whole, people have been treating plenty of them as, disrespectful. Yeah. Again, like, to that degree, I understand it. It's just the getting from there to them in a mermaid costume or half of the rest of the, like, skins for that kind of thing. Like, to some degree, I understand how we got here. Well, at the same time, completely confused how we got here. Like, I both do and do not understand how we got here. So it's a fun one to figure out. But yeah. Swift one treats the vehicle as female, then treat the character with aspects of the vehicle, and even more female. Then there's literally zero difference in girl wearing normal everyday clothes to wearing various costumes, especially when swimming. Again, they're being treated as females, and females have more than just one clothing. Yeah. I mean, again, like, I semi-understand how it ended up here, but also, it's like, okay, there's more than one of these return screens, which is why it's competing. Oh, nail tips. almost through these. Alright then.
天城はもう昔のようにか弱い天城にあらず、指揮官様もかつてのうぶな指揮官様ではありませんね。天城は二度と指揮官様のそばを離れないことを誓います。世の乱れはまだ続いています。指揮官様、これからも共に励んでまいりましょう。
Okay. Alright, this seems to be yeah. Alright, this is the end of that. Okay. Now on to the other versions. Okay, so then there's an alternate variant of the character. We got that one. Carrier conversion alternate, apparently. So, okay, then we get the wedding version of that character. Throne of Fallen Petals. So another version of the character. And then Mermaid of the Emerald Sea. The one that we just were looking at. Alright. And now, after all of that, I can finally start getting the reaction list. Okay. Let's switch back over. Okay. As a slight precision conflict event, the damage she took during the earthquake that only had the Japanese turn her into the carrier as a very persistent cough. Oh, that's annoying. Looks like Twitch is deciding that whenever I click on a don't show. I want to freaking click on a link. I want to view the link. Okay. All right. Okay.
The modern day Japanese.
All right. Carrier version is basically healthy. All right then.
Well, they actually did it.
Get up. All right.
Yo, this is
Okay. Is this the last one of these? Yes. Okay.
Yo, this is
Right. Let me verify that these are the right numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. All right. And then we have 1, 2, 3, or 5, 6, 7. What?
Hey, folks, can you hear?
Shut up. Okay. Do that. Good. Okay. Right. Battle cruiser. Release the Empire. Go at the sport. In other words, okay, acquisition. Fine. This seemed to got a little cold. I've put today's itinerary here as well as documents needed to recover. Capable and this kind of workload by myself. Okay. Just ate too many sweets and now I'm not feeling good. Okay. And let's go with this.
Dog shoots woman with shotgun at Nebraska convenience store.
What?
America. Police responded to reports of gunfire at a store in town of Scottsbluff and found the culprit to be a dog. I'm pretty sure I've seen this video. Police responding to reports of a shotgun blast at a convenience store sounds like the opening of countless American crime movies. But when cops in Nebraska responded to a recent such call, they found an unusual culprit, a dog. Bad boy. Local TV station K-Not News 2 reported that police in the town of Scottsbluff were called out to a local store recently after reports of a blast involving a shotgun. Upon arrival, they found a truck with blast damage in one of its doors and a woman who had been struck in the arm by a pellet from a shotgun. At least it was just a single pellet. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
However, investigation showed a canine cause behind the shooting when it was revealed the blast happened as the vehicle had pulled up to the store as a dog had been moving from one side of its back seat to another. Why do you have a loaded gun with the safety off, sitting with the dog? Right, that's a little bit irresponsible. Right, now I'm saying always stay strapped or get clapped, but do it where, yeah, your gun's easily accessible, but not where it might actually go off because of the fucking dog. Right, that's basically huge failure of gun safety on your part.
Significant failure of gun safety.
Somehow, the dog had triggered the shotgun, which had a live round chambered to fire, damaging the vehicle and striking a female passerby. The victim was taken to hospital, though not seriously injured. And it is illegal in Nebraska to drive with a loaded shotgun in your vehicle. Now, behind every room, then. There's a story, and I don't think it was as good as this one.
Probably not. That is the ridiculous
and there we are.
story.
That is the end of the article, and it's just the Guardian begging for money. Right, I just this is a nice little short one. I just wanted to cover this because I mean, you got shot by a dog. You got shot by a dog, and the fact is right. Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to drive with a loaded shotgun in your vehicle, right? I want to know why that law was introduced. I think there was a very, very specific reason that law was introduced. And I don't think that reason was as exciting or as ridiculous as this fucking story.
All right. Probability of getting shot by a dog is low but never zero. Cops are searching for a dog named Brian Griffin, who is hunted by baby Griffin. No one's for the Odyssey. Well, he's man's best friend, not woman's. Bad dog, what you gonna do when it comes to you? If this happened close to a school, this would in fact make the school shooting statistic. Throw the ball, but actually hit it. I mean, some of these are good. Yeah. Some of these are pretty decent, but yeah. Yeah, some of these are pretty. Reverse Ruby Ridge, though. Where's that one? Oh, she got reverse Ruby Ridged. All right, then. I don't know what Ruby Ridge is. I have no idea what that is. Main campaign, final, special. The previous definition has been blurred. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I probably would. I think I've heard of it. Like I've heard Ruby Ridge mentioned, but I cannot remember at the moment what that is. Oh, the Alright then. For next time. Alright then.
Caught in the whirlpool of tragedy, shading into numbness my feet.
Main campaign.
I'm on the verge of losing my mind. The flame of war lit up the lifeless sky. It's so beautiful. Have I seen the light before? Look back on history. Countries set up and split. People gather and leave. The tree leaves fall, then claims new green. So I believe in someday.
Part 2 for the ending of the main story of the first game.
Tenderly tides will come. Shining stars held the end. No matter I'm in heaven or hell, always I hear the voice hidden in the wind. Never bend your knees all over your head. This is my destiny.
Alright then. Fairly interesting. Let me make sure that I get the thing pulled up.
We all hate.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, I'll just leave that there. Alright, Ace Combat. Walkthrough trailer. Alright. Unreal Engine, which I'm tempted to try to make use of, but
Welcome, pilots, to Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves, the long-running arcade flight shooter series known for weaving together fast-paced dogfights and cinematic narratives, makes its return with a brand new entry.
alright.
We hope you enjoy the sneak peek into its setting and gameplay.
Yeah.
Ace Combat 8 immerses you in a true, free-flying experience. You will assume the role of a fighter jet pilot. Take
Right.
flight with complete 360-degree freedom as you soar through skies brought to life with detailed weather effects.
Alright.
Calling all landing force units. Above you flies the Wings of Thieves. No harm will come to you.
The real thrill lies in exhilarating dogfights. Ace Combat sets itself apart with its adrenaline-filled combat and intuitive gameplay.
And you do realize this is an LCAC. It's a boat, which I can handle better than guns. FD, you dogs. They're targeting us. Can't this thing go any faster?
What's around?
Neutralize the 5th Fleet and their air support at the harbor. Copy. All fleets are to set off immediately. Rex, what are you...
Alright then.
Let's run into the tunnel.
Hostiles have infiltrated Delta Force.
Alright then.
Attention on deck.
Take your seats.
Alright.
The Ace Combat series takes place in the fictional world of Strange Reel, and its story unfolds through mission briefings and in-game operations.
Alright.
Strange Reel takes real-world inspired geography and blends it with fictional history, including impossible superweapons and dramatic conflicts between nations.
Alright.
Enemy transport forces have entered Rocky Island airspace from the east. We predict they'll be flying due west to avoid the storm clouds. Joker flight will now sortie by night. Fly undercover for as long as possible.
Okay.
At H hours, you will enter the target airspace from the north and eliminate all Podarge units.
Alright.
Careful preparation before every sortie is critical to an ace pilot's survival. Ace Combat 8 features a diverse lineup of real-world fighter jets from across the globe. You can unlock additional fighter jets using MRP and in-game currency earned in missions.
Alright.
Consider the mission objective and your playstyle and pick the best aircraft for the job.
EA6.
You also have a wide array of special weapons to choose from.
Alright.
Build a fighter jet tailored to each mission by freely combining parts to upgrade your aircraft.
Alright then.
Southwest wind 200 degrees, 30 knots.
Different missions call for different loadouts.
Yeah.
Take note of your objectives during briefings and carefully adjust your strategy to carve a path towards victory.
Weight is under maximum threshold. Pilot is Rex. Air traffic control to Joker 1. You are clear for takeoff.
Alright. This looks pretty interesting.
Practically pitch black
Like
out here.
AC7 did
With
it.
the exception of
Okay.
black holes, where up is darkness,
Yeah,
near up is
I've
light.
never really
Is that a
heard
physics
much
thing?
of any of
More of
the
a
Ace
lit thing.
Combat games, so...
Aircraft contrails up ahead.
Radar is one way to track down enemies, but it isn't the end-all be-all. You can pinpoint the location of enemy aircraft using visual cues such as contrails or the glint of a cockpit reflecting sunlight.
Mayday, we're under attack. We're dealing with four bandits engaging.
Radar range is cut short by jamming. You'll need to get closer. Also watch the shorter lock-on distance.
There must have been a leak.
Joker 1 has engaged. All units follow suit.
Roger. Master arm switch is on.
The defining feature of the Ace Combat series lies in its face-offs with massive superweapons.
Switching to
Colossal weapons, vastly larger than any fighter jet, rear their heads as major threats on the battlefield. Equipped with offensive and defensive capabilities that defy conventional logic. These enemies are anything but easy to defeat.
Tasha, watch your 6. Don't tunnel vision on the transports.
Okay.
Transmitting data on hostiles.
You're close enough.
Smoke on the main wings.
Ace Combat 8's newest feature allows you to damage these massive superweapons outside of their target boxes.
Okay, so...
Ace Combat 8 introduces a new strategic element where enemies you shoot down or destroy can trigger chain reactions that take out surrounding enemies.
Alright,
Strategize
so
and execute efficient tactics to
eliminate
dominate the
higher
battlefield.
enemies at a higher altitude, and they can fall
Dealer to all
into
planes.
enemies.
Bandit coming in hot. 1 unit. No, make that 4. They're flying tight.
In addition to its enthralling dogfights, Ace Combat has captivated fans with its rich story. You'll face countless life or death situations and be forced to make important decisions in the heat of battle.
You're not welcome in the Sotoan sky.
Hey, bitch, come.
They sure did.
We've got home court advantage, not them. Let's show them, Rex.
Go head-to-head against enemy Ace squadrons who demonstrate advanced tactics and seamless teamwork. Put your piloting skills to the ultimate test.
They're puppy guarding those transports.
Employ defensive tactics. Avoid incoming missiles by using chaff and flares. Or pull off the occasional daring maneuver like a high G turn at the height of battle.
Joker 1 locked on.
55, I'm spiked. Pistol! No, she trusted me. I have to see this through to the...
Rest assured, you are not alone. Your trusted wingmen will always fight alongside you.
These are rather interesting.
Got it. Going.
As the flight leader, you must issue precise orders tailored to the situation, such as forward attack or cover. Survive the battlefield alongside your team.
Joker 4, Fox 2. Target hit. Joker 4, attack hit.
Yeah.
Multiple
Interesting.
hostiles are approaching from 12 o'clock. Roger. Intercept. Altitude 1100. Distance 18,000. Main guns. Commence AA fire.
Alright.
Objective locked. Homing is set. Captain, command fire. Commencing fire.
Alright then.
Cannons firing.
In key missions, you'll face off against powerful superweapons capable of untold destruction. Weave through their relentless onslaughts, coordinate with your allies, and turn the tide of these battles.
bugs?
Swamp drugs. I thought it was just a rumor, but they're real.
Yuck. Those things give me the creeps.
Deathless 3. Supposed to trigger the last detonation.
You're joking.
What do we do now? Hang on until we get word from HQ. Containment line.
Alright.
Pipe down! Move! You wanna die here?
Tactical target destroyed.
That's a hit! Explosion in structure 2!
Alright.
Joker 1, target destroyed.
A hit! Buildings are coming down! Detonation successful! Building down! Get out of there!
That was perfect.
Alright then. So,
We're not gonna make
causing
it!
lateral damage
Increase speed.
to stop vehicles. Alright.
In 2029, a new conflict breaks out in Strangereal between the Federation of Central Yuja and the Republic of Satoa. It's up to you to push back the Satoan incursion and take back your homeland. Step into the cockpit and get ready to take flight.
Alright.
This concludes our introduction to Ace Combat's next dramatic flight shooter, Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves.
Introduce squadron commands in AC4, put them in AC6 by having actual combat allies, and a focus fire system that allows all allies that you have tactical link to attack the same target. Alright.
We look forward to seeing you in Strangereal skies. Whether you're a veteran who has fought on countless battlefields, or a rookie taking flight for the first time. Thank you for
Fairly
watching.
interesting system. Alright. Yeah. Alright. And then we got this one. This says hole punch cocktail. Okay then. Alcohol and what? Enough. Is that all I'll say? Alcohol management office shooter. Okay. Okay then. Okay, this is interesting. That is a stapler. Okay. Range kill. Okay then. Alright then. And that's just the rest of it. Okay then. It's a rather interesting game idea. Alright. The terrifying tactics of extroverted ninjas. I believe I've already seen this.
The modern-day Japanese words for extroverts and introverts
watched
are
it from
yoka
the
and inka, respectively,
suggestion
referring to a
area.
yang-type character and a yin-type character.
The focus system was tied to how the battlefield had multiple sections with objectives. Usually, other squadrons helping them would allow you to use them as part of the support system. Okay. So basically, being able to tell a group of enemies, fire here. Your target is these people, and then tell another group of allies or something, your target are these people. Okay, that makes sense.
And back in the day, ninjas classified themselves as yoni, extroverted ninjas, and inni, introverted ninjas. Under this classification system, sneaking into people's homes, swinging swords, and throwing sharp things, the standard ninjas we see in manga and anime, they're all introverts. Inni referred to ninja roles that involve espionage without being seen by anyone.
They proceeded to fumble up common allies in every game after including AC7.
So their business hours were mostly at night. But Yoni were ninjas who just dove into people. Who does that? After disguising themselves as monks, mountain ascetics, street performers, and sometimes merchants and farmers, but mostly people who would not be suspicious traveling around. They mingle with the locals within enemy territory to gather intelligence, using the most advanced jutsu known to mankind. Small talk! How do you do it? So while introverted ninjas worked on their running and hiding skills, these extroverted ninjas worked on language acquisition, practicing dialects, and they were great actors. They memorized the Buddhist sutras before they turned into a monk. They learned to juggle before turning into street performers, and they learned to craft medicine from wild herbs before turning into merchants. Their jutsu were like Shinchujutsu, the parasitic worm technique. In enemy territory, befriend individuals harboring resentment. Those who have suffered harsh penalties for minor mistakes. Those whose fathers were unjustly punished. Or those who are frustrated from stalled advancement. Wait, how did you do the first part? You said befriend! Fukurogaeshi no jutsu, the bag reversal technique. As if to suddenly turn a bag inside out. Infiltrate the enemy commander. Distinguish yourself to earn his trust. Then betray him. A critical moment. That sounds like we need to pass a job interview! Some of their missions required living within enemy territory for so long that some ninjas got married and had kids! So if you're married and have kids, you're just a ninja.
Oh, shoot.
We're back once again in our...
The modern day Japanese words for extra...
Chu played AC7 and I showed him AC6. He was irked by how they screwed the boot. Yeah. Makes sense if they had gotten it right and then somehow managed to get it wrong. Wait, what is... Oh, that's that. All right. It's over. The tool bands just arrived.
I've been warning people on YouTube for 5 months with millions of views, telling people that the blueprint blocking technology was coming. And the first state of many just passed it. It's going to require your tools like lathes, CNC machines, laser cutters, and even 3D printers to check with a state database to make sure that you're not printing ghost guns or ghost gun accessories. But this really isn't about ghost guns. This is a full-on war on manufacturing. Now, you almost lost the ability to buy these tools online. Not kidding. That was in the bill up until the final moments, but they removed it. All right, now let's get into it. And that's not all. This gets way worse and so dystopian that this is almost unbelievable. They are even working on requiring background checks to buy these common tools in person as well. Seriously. Right now, every one of these machines sold in New York now has to come equipped with software that scans your design files before it lets you cut, drill, or 3D print anything. A detection algorithm running on your machines, watching your files, deciding how you are allowed to use the tools that you bought and paid for. The language is so broad that the popular homemaker machine called the Cricket is included in this legislation. The bill is called S9005. It's the New York fiscal 2026 budget. This is not a firearms bill. It's a budget bill, and it was just made into law. Think about what that means. A budget funds schools, pays state employees, keeps hospitals running, keeps the lights on and every...
Well, yeah. How else were they supposed to get it in? That's the wonderful thing with the American system. The American system is basically that you hide what you want in the mundane things that everyone's going to vote fine on, like a budget, because you can do things like, you know, throw in fucking making it illegal to frickin' own a car or something, and you can throw that into a fucking budget bill, and hey, look, it passed. 90% of the people never realized that there was anything else besides just a budget, but it passed anyway, so now you no longer get whatever it was.
Every government building in the state, they took all of that, held it hostage, and said that they're not signing any of it until we get control of your machines. It was due April 1st. It got extended 9 times, and buried inside Part C is language that covers every machine capable of making 3-dimensional modifications to an object from a digital design file. CNC mills, CNC routers, lathes, 3D printers, anything subtractive, anything additive. If it takes a file and it makes a physical object, New York just put it under government surveillance. The law requires every one of these machines to be equipped with what the bill calls blocking technology. That's firmware or software that evaluates every single file against a firearms blueprint detection algorithm. And if the algorithm says no, the machine doesn't run. There are no exemptions for researchers, no exemptions for commercial manufacturers. The automotive industry, the aerospace industry, the medical device industry, all running CNC equipment, all now subject.
I think the stupidest part of that is that if you are a licensed gun manufacturer, you cannot make guns no more. You could be fully licensed to make firearms, and what that would say is you're no longer allowed to make firearms. Like, you could be fully licensed, and in theory, what that says is you're not allowed to make you're not allowed to do that. Or if there's a part to a car that the thing thinks is part of that, and you try to CNC a part to a car, it might tell you no.
Subject to machines that have to check in before they do their cutting. Not even federally licensed gunsmiths are exempt.
Yeah.
Here's the part that they really didn't quite think.
Boom of manual lathes in those states. No, what there's likely to be is a boom of lawsuits against the state and or a bunch of people who are going to probably find ways to do things like find a way to do something like a VPN for location of the lathe. Because it'll probably be easier to spoof your location than it will be to do anything else. You'll likely have a lawsuit that'll say, that's not legal to do, and or something along those lines. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think people are going to put up with not being able to do something, and or they're just going to find ways around it. People are creative, and they really don't like people being assholes about what they can and cannot do.
Through. The algorithm reads shapes, geometry. It looks at a file and asks, does this look like a firearm component? A pipe looks like a barrel. A bracket looks like a receiver. A tube, a housing, a mechanical connector. Every one of these shares geometry with something on a prohibited list. One manufacturer ran their open firmware through the proposed algorithm before this passed. It flagged 17% of completely legitimate prints. No surprise. Engine parts, brackets, jigs, tools, all flagged. The machine then locks, the job doesn't run, and you don't get an explanation. Just a machine that won't move and maybe even reported to the state. There's also a firmware problem. The majority of desktop machines like this, CNC and 3D printers, they run open source firmware, things like Marlin and Clipper, built and maintained by volunteers, not connected to a state database. A lot of this is even private software, not built for compliance infrastructure. It's not capable of this without being completely rebuilt. New York just mandated something that doesn't exist and can't be built in the way that they described. Adafruit's Philip Torone put it simply, we don't require table saws to scan wood for weapon shapes. We don't require lathes to phone home before turning metal. But that's exactly what this law does.
The other thing is you can make a blade. Like, you could, in theory, just make a fucking metal blade or even a plastic blade. There's a YouTuber out there who made a freaking plexiglass sword, or I think it's plexiglass. Like, with a file and a chunk of steel. Yeah, like, and oh, you want to make a firearm? Guess what? You can go to a hardware store. There's literally a book that tells you how to make a firearm out of the components of stuff from a hardware store that you can just buy at any hardware store. Technically, it'd be illegal to make, but if you're going to frickin' like, if you want to make a fucking firearm, you're going to be able to make a firearm. All it is a tube and a way to trigger the primer of ammunition. It's not going to do shit.
To every machine, every file, and every job.
Yeah.
Except, here's what New York didn't tell you. The technology, in fact, does exist. A Spanish company called Print and Go already built it, and I've done a video on it previously, and I'll have that linked in the description. Their software is called 3D Gunt. It checks every print job against a database of gun blueprints and uses AI to flag those shapes of common firearm components before the machine runs. Now, the Manhattan District Attorney has been citing it by name in letters to Creality, to FlashForge, and to other manufacturers, threatening them with legal exposure if they don't adopt it. That campaign started back in 2025 before this bill existed. The DA was already threatening manufacturers with the software before the law mandated the software. Now, the governor's budget provision, it didn't create a new requirement and then go looking for a solution. They built the enforcement mechanism first, then they wrote the law to match it.
Yeah.
Now, there's a second part of this bill that barely got covered. Subpart A, sections 2.10 and 2.11. It makes it a Class E felony to distribute or possess a digital design file that could produce a firearm component if you share it with anyone who isn't a federally licensed gunsmith. A journalist covering this story, a researcher studying it, an artist, anyone who sends a file without first verifying that the recipient holds a federal firearms license and a New York gunsmith registration, felony. And that's just what made it into the budget. Sitting in committee right now, not yet passed, but very much alive, is Assembly Bill A2228 and its Senate companion S3562. Same bill, both chambers. It would require a full firearms background check before you can purchase any of these tools. The kind of background check that you do when you buy a firearm, except for a 3D printer or a CNC machine or a lathe.
Yeah, I imagine that there's going to be several lawsuits. I don't imagine this law lasts longer than maybe a year. Because you're basically taking all manufacturing jobs and holding them under a sword for no other reason than 3D manufacturing can be used to make weapons. And I don't imagine that any 3D manufacturing company is going to do that. I don't imagine that they're either going to put up with it or that there's not one large enough in New York to be willing to push back.
This isn't...
Or they're just going to move out and you're going to get a mass exodus of any and all basically 3D manufacturing. Hell, I think technically there might be aircraft parts, so you might have things like Boeing have to leave frickin' New York because they can't make their parts that they might need for an aircraft. Like, that's the kind of bullshit this would cause. You might make Boeing have to consider leaving fucking New York for not being able to manufacture parts.
A series of isolated proposals. This is a campaign. The surveillance mandate passes first. Get the machines online, get the files scanned. The in-person sales requirement, it comes next. Control the point of purchase. The background check bill is the last door. Once that closes, you need the government permission to own the tools.
Corporate groups fighting back. Or they might leave. Depending on how much of a hassle that they try to fight, like, it all depends. How much of Boeing manufacturing would be there, and how much would it end up having to cost them to try to fight stuck in New York and people who are so entrenched in the idea that being able to, like, the only thing I could think of would be basically Boeing saying, hey, this is bullshit, we're gonna leave, and maybe they might think, you know what, here, you have an exception. Like, yeah, it'd probably be one of the groups fighting back, but who knows? Maybe the government might be so smart to say, oh, these corporations, they can do it without problem.
At all. Be surprised. This is that same pattern that we've been seeing year after year. They pass it, then they bury it, then they enforce it on people who build things, fix things, or make things. And it spreads because Washington passed theirs first. New York followed. California's version is already drafted. Once one state sets the template, the others copy it. And the manufacturers build it into every machine that they sell everywhere because it's cheaper than making 2 different product lines.
Yeah.
Your machine anywhere, watching every file.
Yeah.
They told you that this was about ghost guns. A ghost gun epidemic. That's what they called it. Classic safety-enriched fear-mongering. For that, every single CNC machine in the state gets a surveillance chip. Every file gets scanned, every online sale gets banned, every small shop, every garage, every fabrication business, in person only or not at all. This isn't a firearms law. It's a manufacturing law, and they buried it in the budget because they knew exactly what it was.
Yeah, of course they did. It's the same thing that everyone else does. People who get irritated by this are people who don't realize what these people want. When people do this kind of shit, it's because they want to do it. They want to get rid of people's ability to do things, so then they are the ones with the basically only force. They want to be a totalitarian. You want to be a totalitarian or authoritarian? That's what it would be. You want to be more authoritarian while you get rid of the people's ability to fight back. That's kind of why there's the Second Amendment. There's a reason why this is here. This is just a new way of producing. All right, what is this one? Legacy of the Duelist Epic
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Duel.
Legacy of the Duelist just came out today. I've been playing it a bit. It's pretty goddamn fucking fantastic, especially if you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the best Yu-Gi-Oh!, the early gen Yu-Gi-Oh!, because you can actually do the whole story that the show followed. So I actually just finished fucking Duelist Island or Duelist Kingdom, whatever the fuck it was. I beat Pegasus. So now I'm in the Battle City, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of this fucker right here. It's always better to go second because you can't attack on your first turn. All right, fucking, that's great. What? Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay. I was curious what that was going to be, but yeah. Several of that stuff's just really stupid. Alright. This is a character review of TV.
741，直击任务时记得注意安全哦。
主人，主人！火影弹图！射到！其他热点让我去处理。
Michael from Rooster Teeth. Really? Wow. Alright then.
帮我保管一下，可我还要下水。
看到这顶傻逼的红帽子了吗？他还以为自己是小红帽啊！
敢诋毁主人的帽子，坏了！该死！发现敌人，消灭吧！福林，出发！逃不掉的。再次对我刮目相看吧，主人。
That's interesting.
绝不会失手。
Fast movement.
主人，请看着我吧。要上了。哦，我在。好想快点回到主人身边。打起精神，第二勇者。换我来开车吧。不要啊！第二勇者，你明明踩不到刹车。谁说的？那只是踩错了而已。水头三，快管管福林啊！主人，我终于回到您的身边了。为了帮上您，我会继续努力变强的。
Alright. That was interesting.
还不够啊，还不够！主人再多多夸奖我嘛。
Alright. And then we get the this one.
感觉整个世界都灰暗了。幸好您回来了，能像现在这样待在您的身边，真是太好了。 毛茸茸的，很喜欢。您可以多摸摸我的头哦。主人，我终于回到您的身边了。为了帮上您，我会继续努力变强的。福林，等级提升了。想去的地方，我想和主人再去一次海边，那是难得和主人一起出门玩的记忆。
Alright then. Character's about what I'd expect for Girls Frontline. How I expect it to be. Alright, and then I wanna see something. Here, I wanna do this. I was seeing that this person uploaded a few new videos. Wow. Okay, apparently they've done 3 new ones that I've not yet seen, so we'll watch the new Skybros videos as well. Mostly because I like Skybros and I think his stuff is kind of cool. So this is Sky Up from Skybros. I like reacting to these ones.
Saturated, inundated, moderated, suffocated, not sealed, shifting blame, discord earned its name. Hate the cold machine, feeding on the same routine. Give me something I can feel through tin foil and stainless steel. Underneath the skin, where the rot begins.
I'll check those out after this one's done. This one's pretty interesting.
Every air at once, every weather in the head, every feather weighed a ton. Noise scatters, mangled chatter, muddies matters on the screen. Tangled wires and channels, meaning severed, sick, obscene. Tripwire, violent circuit, watch the moderators raise. Masked opinions just to fail to save the face now.
That guy, that one's kind of funny. That one guy that was doing chats in front of the roof. Wait a second. Is this supposed to be Nux?
Safely sealed underneath the skin, where the plot sickens. Give me something I can feel. Something. More and more forms, more lore, ornate normalcy. Acrimony, divinity, atrocity, affinity. Password is secure, but the words begin to slur. So cut the cord, break the cradle, watch it bleed. Dreamers lost and found coming.
Let's see. Which ones of these do I actually recognize? I do not recognize most of these at this point. I used to recognize pretty much all the people that were in the thing, but now so many people have reacted to Skybros, and he tends to put a lot of the reactors in there, but
I can feel with that deep fake sex appeal underneath the skin, where the truth sinks in. Give me something I can heal. Something
from Pragmata. then. I have to say, I always miss more things when I try to do reactions than when I watch it myself. But all right, let's see. What were all these that just got sent? I assume these are a bunch of stuff for the character. So, I really dislike the like this isn't larger. Why does it all do that? But is it gonna do it for this? Nope. So that's the broken skin version. Oh, there we go. So you got your regular version, the battle damaged version. We got I think this is the beach one, so the swimming suit one, the damaged swimming suit one. God. Universal Express. Interesting. Yeah, seems their names. Yeah. Then you got that one, Universal Express, the damaged version of the model. Oh, Floral Confession. All right. It's a decent design for that. And then the, I guess, damaged version of it, which they definitely got a lot more. Oh, the damaged doesn't just have to be kind of like some other things. And then there's the artwork version, which is, I think, literally just this image with extra stuff drawn onto it. So, and then she's a pure white and blue. I have no idea how to say that. Hinted at being a nugget. This is silk. When I drew her, are from the X-Fax, so when she's critically damaged, they'll show red ring of death. Most important thing is that even I don't know if she's a cat, a dog, or a fox. All right then. So essentially, the guy was horny when designing a character. All right. Not surprised, but all right then. All right, and then we have the next one, which is Extreme by Skybrows. Artist put his heart and soul and left into our, and this is the result of his preferences. Yeah, I guess so. All right. All right, so this is Extreme. Don't really. Let's see. I don't know what some of these might be referring to, so. Okay, so this is referring to X-Men, I guess. All right. Okay. I'll read that after this. Right. These. I don't know. I don't know the characters. Like. I don't know X-Men characters, so. Because these are the versions from the comics, I believe. So, I know that's Juggernaut. Brings close to like the Lucky Girl from Deadpool or something, or I don't think so, but I don't know. months. I don't know half of the things about X-Men, so I don't know what half these characters are. Like, I can vaguely assume which one might be the good guy, but that's about it. This seems more like just an impressive showcase of what AI can do with fight scenes. Which, I mean, considering these are all AI made, these are really impressive visuals for AI to manage to keep up with. Alright then. Okay, then I'll read that. And they led to say that in the official art book, was the Taiwanese game during the hardest era to get away with it. Yeah. Alright, and then this is the Book of Mormon, which I assume is going to have just a whole bunch of references to the whole situation with the bricks and minifigs drama which is going on, which I find absolutely hysterical because it is such a stupid problem for them to have had. Because it literally is like an entire bit of a company not wanting to pay out the differences between what a previous franchise owner did and then just simply not following through with it. It's just simply them not following through with what a previous franchise owner had done. If it was part of their agreement or not, it was done, so yeah, it's ridiculous, but I assume that's Breakfast Ben or something. I don't know who half the people who are actually any involved in the situation, so
got a claim forming a backline and a story changing by the halftime. I say I didn't do like Windu. If it ain't true, then I walk through every interview, got a bend to every memory, got an edit menu. R2D2 on two others, swearing on my Mormon mother. There's no bigger layer lover, but I keep her undercover.
Alright then.
I ain't greedy, I'm protective. From a certain point perspective, every fact is more subjective. When the shelf looks so collectible, more and more men call me shady, call me litigation crazy.
Alright then.
Call me maybe, call me daily. Just don't call the feds Ben, maybe. Got a bad feeling, that's tradition. Got a mission and a superstition. Got a witness with a contradiction. Got a lawyer, so that's permission. No castle run, I simply squander. I don't hide, the truth just wanders. I don't lie, I merely launder your questions, non-responder. Jedi mind trick, minor fib, and certain facts have gone missing. Certain boxes gone fishing, certain cameras extra snitching. Obi-Wan, my explanation, mastery, interpretation. Every claim of variation on the theme of compensation. They say, Josh, return the Lego. I say, why so black and white though life's a spectrum? Let the force flow, finders, keepers, that's my life code. A faithful millennium falconist, brick acquisition specialist, plastic preservation archivist, part-time amateur escapologist. Some folks pray for revelation, I pray for shelf space allocation, searching for divine confirmation, for collected grade valuation. The force awoke inside my heart, near the vintage Lego part. Some call that the darkest start, I call that a brand new start. I say, look, let's be objective. The collection looked neglected. I was simply redirected by a higher force directive.
Hey, I gotta pause this one. Oh lord. Okay. I mostly was silent there because this one has very little for the visuals to pay much attention to, so I was trying to basically think through what was being said, and it seems to more or less just be going over the whole story of the fact that, yeah, it's like, I think this company basically decided, yeah, Bricks and Minifigs basically didn't pay out, like, the first franchise owner didn't had a consignment, which apparently was not part of the deal with the franchise, with Bricks and Minifigs franchise itself, and they're corporate, so the franchise owner would have been in trouble with them anyway. Then the first franchise owner who had signed the consignment left, leaving the sets in a place, and the the new people just simply ignored the fact that those sets were seemingly co-signed and started selling them. It's an interesting situation.
Walking a thin line on a slack line. Every headline turns to backfire. Every fact check fuels the tire fire. Every witness suddenly retires. Got more spins than a lightsaber. Every month the tale gets stranger. Every statement shape changes later, like a legally distinct changeling vapor. Swearing on my Mormon mother, blaming one thing then another. Every brother backs a brother till someone calls an undercover. I would never stoop to theft. I merely shifted assets left. You say my morals are bereft. Let's leave the matter unaddressed, like Joseph Smith. You know. Call the po-po on this shaggy bro. Reckless Ben, do not pass go. Send you straight to Mexico. The force is strong with my collection. The source is wrong on inspection. Foreign forces, divine protection. Stacking bricks of misdirection. Walking a thin line on a slack line. My tiny planet, star shine. Castle waiting in the skyline. Fly my falcon through the divine. If the kingdom's everlasting, ooh, and celestial worlds are fasting, ooh, why you still busy asking where I keep those boxes basking? Never let go, never let go. That's the motto, that's the tempo. If the force says no, then maybe. If it's a stop, then move it slowly. R2D2 unto others, swearing on my Mormon mother. There's no bigger layer lover, but I keep her undercover.
Alright then. Makes sense. Yeah, that was fairly interesting. Let's see, what was this? Yeah, ain't no one forgetting about this anytime soon. Nope. Yeah, this is not being forgotten anytime soon. Yeah, it is definitely not going to be forgotten anytime soon. Which is absolutely hysterical because the company, the actual Brick and Minifigs corporate, basically is now trying to walk back their initial stance. The problem is that that same CEO had made a that had basically said, "Oh yeah, no, we looked into it. Yeah, these guys were in the right. We're trying to, talk with them to figure it out." While at the same time was also on police body cam with a phone call, basically saying, "Yeah, these people are harassing us. Do what you can to get them arrested." It's kind of the pretty without putting it in probable legal, you know, without putting it in Weasley legal terms, that's pretty much what the CEO also had said. So it's kind of hard not to have problems with it. Yeah. I never actually watched like the first episode of that because, like, in my mind, I didn't see how this could possibly have gotten, like, okay, so some guy, something was dealing with, something happened with Legos, some talk of it, but yeah. All right. Blastodon. All right. We'll rate them. Yeah. I just think it was one of those bits where it's just the funniest circumstance of just I can't imagine that these people did some like really guys? Really? You really think that was gonna work the best for you? No. But let's see. Ah, there we go. Ah, everything is crap. All right. We'll start the raid for them. Yeah. I would like to say thank you all for coming out and watching. I've been Captain Tundraxis, signing